Alright, folks, let me try this again. So, I'll tell you guys about the day I had today. It all started when, got up this morning, did my routine stuff, and my goal for today, it's always good to have goals, was to finish decorating, putting up Christmas decorations. No, not everybody celebrates Christmas. Me, I don't go crazy. I just, I put out the decorations that we have. Maybe I'll see something I like and take it home and, well, my wife mostly. But I stare. Sorry about that. Anyway, so I'm going up into the attic because I've got these outdoor Christmas ornaments, light up Christmas ornaments that I'm setting up outside. And because I got all the other outdoor stuff done, I just need to go up into the attic and get the stuff down. And I got mostly an animal theme. There's Rudolph, and there's a teddy bear, and there's several dogs. There's a dachshund, and there's a new dog that we got this year, and there's also a retriever, golden retriever with the letter Santa in his mouth. Very cute. And so I'm going up in the attic, taking these things down one by one. Kind of bulky, but they're not heavy. They're not heavy. I figure what harm could do. I mean, I've done this many times before. This was, this no big deal to me. So, go up in the attic and I start bringing these things down. And I get to the golden retriever. That's the last one. It's also the largest. It's the largest one, the bulkiest one. It's a little trickier to get through the opening to the attic. Usually I don't have any problems getting it through. And so, again, today I was like, no big deal. Go and grab the dog, and I'm bringing it down, and suddenly I don't know what happened. I just lost my balance. Lost my balance, and was like, I don't want to fall, right? And so I grab onto something. I grab onto the frame of the attic. I just grab onto it, keep myself from falling. And I'm like, ooh, thank God. Thank God I saved myself from falling. All right, now let me finish what I was doing and get this dog out of here, get it down so I can put it up outside. So I'm like this, and what's going on? My right arm was fine. My left arm, I couldn't move it. I mean, I could move it. I had motion in it. I just couldn't lift it off of the board, the frame. And I was like, what? It's like my arm's stuck on something. My arm is stuck on something. I'm like, what could it be stuck on? And I was like, is it like a piece of tape, or is it, what is it stuck on, And I kind of put two and two together and realized what was going on. Apparently, this board had a couple of nails sticking out of it that were like, I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to relive the story for you. I know you already lived through it.
Oh man, I was fully expecting. I need help with a box. No, I'm heading next door.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
All right.
Well, I'll be back as soon as I get this pinned together.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Be careful.
Okay.
Yeah, I tell her to be careful after I just got my arm stuck in the attic. It was basically there was a nail sticking out that was bent, and my arm was like, basically my arm was hooked on this nail. It was hooked. That's why I couldn't get it up. When I tried, hurt like hell. So So I'm like, okay, now what do I do? Now, the lady I was talking to just now, her name's Carol. She lives with us, with me and my wife, and she. It turned out that the attic is, over, basically, I was in a range where she was still home, thank God. My wife had already left for work, but Carol was home, and I was like, Carol, I need help. And she's coming out like, hey, what's going on? Maybe you need a box or something. And she sees me up the ladder, and she's like, what's going on? I was like, I can't get down. What do you mean you can't get down? I was like, I told her, I said, my arm is hooked into something, probably a nail. So she had to call 911, and they came and they managed to yank my arm out of the nail. I told her, I said, I don't want to jerk it too hard because if I pull it the wrong way, it'll rip the skin right off of me, and then I'll have to go to the emergency room. I didn't want to go to the emergency room. I still haven't been in the emergency room because, those of you truthers on our page, you know how our healthcare system is, laughable. It's assuming that we have one at all. So it's like, thank God I didn't have to, thank God it wasn't worse. Thank God it wasn't worse. But, it's like, I was just putting up Christmas decorations. That's all I was doing. I wasn't doing anything out of the ordinary. I wasn't doing a stupid human trick or anything. I was just, la-di-da-di-da. Got stuff to do today. Let me do my stuff. And this just happened. It just happened. And made me realize, how lucky I am, and how thankful I am to have, people around who can help me out of binds when stuff like that happens. You never know when that stuff will happen. You never know. So, anyway, that was my adventure for today. And, I'm not a big fan of vaccines because of the stuff they put in them. But after the EMTs came and pulled my arm out of the nail, they said, you might want to go get a tetanus shot. And I called my wife, and she said, yeah, I'll go get a tetanus shot. And, all right, so went and got a tetanus shot. And started feeling kind of weird after that and didn't want to eat. Then I started feeling hungry, and then I wish I hadn't eaten, and it's just, my wife says, oh, it's a side effect of the tetanus shot. So, well, hopefully you're right. But, this was a nail that was, it was sticking out, and it was bent down, but it wasn't bent down enough. So my arm, I got hooked. I actually got hooked today. I got out of it. But, if it hadn't been for Carol, I don't know how long I would have been there. Because I couldn't get to my phone. I didn't have my phone in my pocket. If I had my phone in my pocket, and I was kind of dumb I didn't think I would need it. It didn't occur to me to bring it with me, as I'm just going up into the attic to get stuff. I don't need my phone for anything. And it's like, damn it, I don't have my phone. And if it hadn't been for Carol, who knows? Like, I could have been, I could still be up there now. But anyway, that's my adventure for today. So, just be careful, everybody. Just be careful whatever you're doing, whatever your holiday plans are, it is, and bear in mind that it doesn't take carelessness for bad things to happen. Sometimes bad things just happen, Like I said, I was being careful. I just lost my balance, and when I lost my balance, that's when it happened. It's like if I hadn't done that, if I hadn't stopped myself from falling, if I'd fallen down the ladder, who knows? I mean, I'm not, not a kid anymore. I just turned 48, so who knows what would have happened? So thankfully, all I got to show for it is this thing right here, and that's don't worry about that. It's just indentations from having my elbows on a table surface all day. But anyway, they told me just keep an eye on it, and and hopefully, as long as it doesn't get swollen and hurt even more, it should be fine. But if it is, then I might have to go to one of those urgent care centers. I thought about, I was going to go to an urgent care center, and my wife said, no, just get a tetanus shot. Because we who have medical insurance, we still have to budget. Just imagine what it's like for people who don't have health insurance, or people who have Obamacare and think that's health insurance. It's really not. It is in a sense, but it's an overpriced health insurance. It's a private. It's gives you. Well, you can look it up. You can look up the details of Obamacare, but I personally don't think Obamacare is a solution to anything. People just think it is because between the Democrats and the Republicans, they worked out a deal where, the Democrats, they give us a choice. The Democrats say, well, we have Obamacare. And the Republicans say, well, we have nothing. So, which sounds better to you? Obamacare sounds great. Compared to nothing, Obamacare sounds great. It's not great. It's not even good. But it literally is better than nothing. And that's why people, people praise it so much. So I think all things considered, me I just got lucky today. I just got lucky. And just imagining, if I had been like an elderly person who lost my balance and fell, not necessarily on a ladder, but anywhere in the house, and I couldn't get myself up because I didn't have the upper body strength to do so, who knows how that could have gone. And I mean, I was in a situation where I couldn't move. I couldn't get up. I could move my arm. I could move, the rest of me, but I couldn't. It was just this one part of me that was just hooked into this nail. So that, so that was my morning, and my lesson for the morning was, you don't have to do everything all at once. Take things slow. And if you're not up to something, it's probably best not to do it. I mean, if it needs to be done, yes, by all means. But there's, there's a balance. I really think there's a balance. So, anyway, that's my lesson for today. And I'm going to end it right there. And so I'm going to end it right there and post it on my page, A Word from the Wise Ass. And I think it would be nice to get people to watch my live streams. You know, it's not happening so far. But this is only the second live stream I've done since I started this page. So I'm not discouraged. I'm not discouraged at all. You know, I do post a lot of stuff. And I share a lot of memes and I share a lot of posts. And I have memes of my own that I post. But, you know, I want to go beyond that and make it a little more interactive. That's why I do live streams. It's, you know, it's just like, hello out there, anybody home? So, anyway, that was my adventurous day today. And I'm going to end it right here, and I will come back on maybe tomorrow, some other time, but I'll be back on. You know, I have to get in the habit of, you know, doing these things, so they become a little, you know, a little less awkward each time. So I will say this one's a little less awkward than the last one, and hopefully the next one will be a little less awkward than that one, and so on and so forth. All right, y'all. Take care. And I don't have an exiting tagline yet. I'll come up with one. All right. See you guys later.